Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Michaela Copeland here. Today's video is about how hard it is transitioning, which I will be posting a link down to below in the description box, and just my experience of what I've been happening to me since I came out. Now, the hardest thing for me, other than the long waiting times, has been my family's reaction when I came out when I was 31, so I had full body autonomy, and I just instantly got loads of hate where my dad claimed he had failed as a parent, and not to mention all the abuse I've had, whether it's conversion therapy, my younger brother beating me up, um, people telling me to detransition because of the long wait, which it took me 2 weeks shy of 4 years before I could even access hormones on the NHS, which my family did kick off when I went through depot because my dad claimed that I needed his permission and that he didn't know. My younger brother Mark, who's 3 years younger than me, claimed that I was forcing him and bullying him, and they did not like me correcting him about my name and my pronouns, and my dad was expecting when I did start hormones for my voice to change, which, because I have gone through male puberty, estrogen does nothing to my voice. I've had to change it, I've had to train it myself. And my family just kicking off about me when I went through depot, which my eldest brother, he claimed that I should have gone through, when I've gone through depot, I should have picked a gender neutral name. My dad claiming that I should have asked for his permission, and my family do get confused between sexuality and gender, because my dad claimed that I'm not really a girl, I've never been out with a guy before, which, in the link down below, trans people are more likely to have mental health issues, and that's because of the long waiting times to even get through the front door of a gender clinic, let alone even surgery, which I just came back from town from having hair removal down below, and sometime in August or September next year I got to go back to Nuffield Health Brighton to see my surgeon again, and sometime next October I will be in hospital having my vaginoplasty. It's really hard with the media, particularly Talk TV, GB News, and newspapers like The Sun, The Daily Mail, The Telegraph, and The Observer, and even The Guardian keep on attacking us. And I have been the receiving end of several transphobic hate crimes, not just from my family. Only now my dad has started calling me Michaela and using her and she pronouns. I have heard that my dad is finally calling me his daughter, and that's not to mention going on about the toilet debate, which I've been on hormones now for 53 and a half months. I've changed all my records over, which was a pain in the butt because I've had to change so much over. And then there's people kicking off about June being Pride Month, and seeing them comments on Facebook and Instagram. They say like, there's only two sexes, you're born a man, you die as a man, which, again, everyone should know the difference between sex and gender, which sex is what you're born as, which obviously you can't change, but gender you can change. So it's like hormones, having surgery, having laser or electrolysis, which I've had a lot, and I paid for a lot of sessions myself because I want all my facial hair all gone. And people just do not understand how hard we work, which because of the long waiting list to even get through to speak to a gender specialist, a lot of us go private, and if you can't afford to go private, I know so many who are self-medicating, which this really needs to change because this, the long waiting list can be a death sentence, and I know so many people, and it is so sad that other than Pride, we only have Trans Day of Visibility, which is on the 31st of March, and Trans Day of Remembrance, which is the 20th of November. And it's just so hard because this past year was the worst year for trans, non-binary and gender non-conforming people. 409 people died within a year, and it's either through suicides or people killing us. The most shocking thing though is so many you see people and they don't know their names, you're just labelled as unknown, and that really does shock me, which I would have thought that after what happened to poor Brianna Jai with all the vigils, which I did go to the vigil in Soho, people will start accepting me, but to some men, and I use that usually, I get so much harassment and from people sending me dick pics to fetishizing me to just sending me straight up abuse and preaching about Jesus. It is really hard, which I have had mental health issues in the past and I'm on antidepressants. In about 3 or 4 months' time, I'm going to get I'm going to speak to a psychiatrist at my gender clinic because I do find it very difficult without family support. And I look at some of my trans friends who are the fully accepting family, and I'm just so jealous that they have the family support and I don't. Where when we go to Pride, it's because just to celebrate the rights that we have won, like the Gender Recognition Act 2004 and the Equality Act, but we still go to Pride because there is things that we still need. Number one, which is conversion therapy, which I have been the victim of, and it is so brutal, which they're trying to change who I am. I cannot help being trans. It's just who I am. And it really is difficult, which I'm sure you've been hearing about trans kids deserve better, and I cannot love them enough because they have protested outside West Drayton's office where has his surgeries, who's the current health secretary. They have done stormed the LGB Alliance conference, and recently they have done a dying at Victoria Station. It just really is difficult because Labour under Starmer, they're just like Tory version light. And they go on about, oh, trans women should not use single sex spaces like toilets and changing rooms and all that. And yet they never go on about trans men, which I don't reckon the ladies will welcome a fully transitioned man who's been on testosterone for years. They've got a deep voice, they've got facial and body hair, they might have had top surgery. And it's just shocking because if I went into the men's bathroom, I would either get beaten up or shouted at and screamed at, telling me to get out. And all these people saying, oh, do we should use the disabled toilets and all that, and there should be gender neutral spaces. Before the Tories was kicked out of power, the then Equalities Minister, Kemi Badenoch, was kicking off about gender neutral spaces, which, if I used a disabled toilet, I would get the disabled people kicking off at me. And it's just so shocking. 50% of trans people have mental health issues due to unaccepted family, which again I will be sharing a link down below in the description box. So yeah, I wish I came out sooner, but I was so scared of what my family would have said, and based on what everything my family has done, which I've been disowned for just over 5 years. My dad kicked me out the middle of October 2019 because I wouldn't detransition, and yet he allows my younger brother after everything he has done. I have also been harassed relentlessly by my younger brother, and I am currently waiting to have a meeting with my MP about this because filling out petitions and such, nothing ever gets done. I mean, when during the election when Labour did end up winning, they did promise to ban conversion therapy, and they've just passed assisted dying, and we're still waiting for conversion therapy to be banned because it is absolute torture. It's the same as trying to torture an autistic person to cure them of autism. It does not work. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to smash that like button and press the subscribe button and turn that bell notification on to see more videos in the future. Please do free to leave a comment down below. Read the link in the description box, and I'll see you very soon. So this is Miss Michaela Copeland of The Michaela Show. Much love to you, wherever you may be in the world. I'll see you very soon, everyone. Bye.